If you're a fan of epic battles, stunning worlds, and unforgettable stories, you're in for a treat. Bandai Namco just dropped an amazing publisher sale, and we've got the scoop on some of the best deals you don't want to miss. From classic fighters to mind-bending adventures, let's dive into the games that will level up your library without draining your wallet. Tekken 8 continues the legacy of its iconic fighting series, taking the gameplay to new heights with stunning graphics, deeper storylines, and enhanced mechanics. The game introduces a significant evolution with the Heat system, offering players dynamic moves and faster-paced combat. With the Rage Burst system, combat becomes even more intense, with players unlocking special moves and powers in critical moments. The plot picks up after Kazuya's rise to power, with Jin Kazama and his allies continuing their battle against the Mishima family's dark legacy. The game also brings crossplay across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC for the first time. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is an action-packed fighting game that delivers the ultimate Dragon Ball experience, blending thrilling combat with deep customization options. As part of a time-traveling adventure, you'll interact with iconic characters from the Dragon Ball universe, team up with them to train, and fight against powerful foes to protect the timeline. The game includes a unique blend of story-driven missions and open-world exploration, where players can unlock new skills, customize their characters, and take part in epic battles against enemies like Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu. One of the standout features is the game's diverse character creation system, where players can design their own fighter by choosing from several species like Saiyans, Namekians, and Majins, customizing both their appearance and abilities. The game also lets players explore various iconic locations from the series, such as Capsule Corp and the Lookout, making it a unique experience for longtime fans of the franchise. Dark Souls 3 is the final chapter in From Software's iconic Souls series, bringing an epic conclusion to a world filled with dark mysteries, challenging gameplay, and unforgettable bosses. Set in the Kingdom of Lothric, the game features a deep lore, a variety of interconnected areas, and incredible visual design. Players fight against relentless enemies and explore intricate environments with no in-game map, relying on their own sense of direction and memory. The game introduces a rich PvP experience, along with the return of challenging boss battles and hidden secrets. Dark Souls 3 offers both frustration and satisfaction, rewarding careful exploration and mastery of combat mechanics. Dark Souls Remastered is a visually enhanced version of the original Dark Souls game, bringing improved graphics, smoother performance, and some minor gameplay adjustments while preserving the core mechanics and design of the 2011 release. One of the main upgrades is the increase in resolution, with 4K support on PC and upscaled 4K on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. This remaster also features expanded online multiplayer, allowing up to 6 players instead of the original 4, and introduces password matchmaking for easier online connections. Though the core experience remains the same, certain adjustments were made for a more polished experience. For example, the location of items like the dried finger has changed, and a new bonfire was added near Blacksmith Vamos. The graphical improvements include more detailed textures, better lighting, and a reworked interface, but the overall aesthetic remains faithful to the original. Little Nightmares is a gripping adventure game that invites players in a dark and uncanny world filled with suspense. Players step into the shoes of Six, a young girl dressed in a yellow raincoat, as she attempts to escape the Maw, a massive, nightmarish vessel populated by grotesque creatures and sinister adults. The game takes place in a series of disturbing environments, each more unsettling than the last, where players must solve puzzles, avoid terrifying enemies, and navigate deadly traps. The central narrative is one of childhood fears, blending whimsical horror with emotional depth. Six's journey through the Maw involves interactions with a variety of horrifying characters, such as the janitor, the twin chefs, and the lady, each of whom poses a deadly threat to her survival. The atmosphere is heavy with tension as players must sneak and hide from enemies, making every moment feel like a terrifying escape. Little Nightmares 2 is a gripping, atmospheric puzzle platformer that builds on the eerie, nightmarish world established in its predecessor. Players control Mono, a young boy with a sack over his head, as he navigates a terrifying, distorted world filled with grotesque enemies, including the haunting teacher and a sinister hunter. The game masterfully blends stealth, secret solving, and exploration, with minimal hand-holding to keep you immersed in its unsettling atmosphere. Accompanied by Six, the protagonist must tackle increasingly bizarre and creepy challenges, with a strong emphasis on tension and fear. Despite some clunky combat mechanics, the game excels at creating a sense of dread. From the creepy, shadowy environments to the clever use of space and puzzle design, Little Nightmares 2 captivates players with its compelling world and horrific charm. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown is an exhilarating aerial combat game. Set in a fictional world where military conflict is at the heart of a sprawling narrative, the game offers a high-flying experience that blends intense dogfighting with cinematic storytelling. The game's plot follows the conflict between the Osean Federation and the Erusian Kingdom, which escalates into a war of global scale. Players assume the role of a pilot in the Osean army, tasked with battling through airspace filled with hostile forces and uncovering secrets behind the war's origins. Tales of Arise is a dynamic action RPG that revitalizes the iconic Tales franchise with a blend of rich narrative, stunning visuals, and fast-paced combat. Set on the two neighboring planets of Dana and Rena, the game follows Alphen, a masked protagonist who has lost his memories and the ability to feel pain, and Xion, a cursed woman with the power to inflict pain on others. The two unite with a diverse group of characters to liberate the oppressed Dana from the tyrannical Renans who have ruled over it for centuries. Along their journey, they confront both personal struggles and large-scale conspiracies tied to ancient rituals and the fate of their worlds. Digimon World Next Order is a Japanese RPG. This installment brings players back into the vibrant and vast world of Digimon, where they can experience the adventure of a lifetime. Set in the digital world, the game begins with players choosing between two characters, either Takuto or Shiki, who are transported back to this world after a long absence. The plot intertwines with nostalgia for Digimon fans, as the characters rediscover their childhood passion for these creatures. In Next Order, players control two Digimon partners, commanding them in real-time battles from a third-person perspective. The combat system focuses on strategy and teamwork, requiring players to issue commands to both Digimon simultaneously. The game's world is fully three-dimensional, offering vibrant and dynamic environments for exploration. Players will also engage in puzzle solving and interactions with NPCs, adding a layer of depth to the experience. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 is a high-energy, action-packed fighting game that invites players into the world of Naruto Shippuden. It is the fourth installment in the Ultimate Ninja Storm series and a direct sequel to previous games. The game features a dynamic 3D fighting system that blends fast-paced combat with stunning visuals, bringing the ninja battles from the anime to life like never before. The story follows the final stages of the Fourth Great Ninja War, culminating in a climactic battle for the fate of the ninja world. Players take control of iconic characters like Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Madara Uchiha, each with their unique moves and abilities. The game is known for its vast cast, detailed arenas, and thrilling action that allows for complex strategies, including team-based attacks. The wall-running mechanic returns, enabling characters to fight across vertical surfaces for intense, multi-dimensional combat. Sandland is an action-adventure video game set in a post-apocalyptic world inspired by Akira Toriyama's manga. The game transports players to a desert wasteland where water is a rare commodity, and humanity struggles for survival. The protagonist, Beelzebub, is a demon prince with a rebellious edge and a heart of gold. He's tasked with a mission to find the legendary spring, a mystical water source that could save his world. The game features an open-world structure where players explore vast, arid deserts and encounter various towns like Spino, which acts as the game's base of operations. Players can customize vehicles, essential for traversing the dangerous terrain, and develop relationships with the townspeople, who provide valuable materials and upgrades. The game's progression involves not just exploration, but also strategic decisions to help the city grow, unlocking new capabilities and improving the chances of survival for its inhabitants. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R brings the iconic anime and manga series to life in a vibrant and dynamic fighting game. It offers fans an immersive experience true to Hirohiko Araki's legendary art style. The game features over 50 playable characters, pulling from all arcs of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, including fan favorites like Jonathan Joestar, Jotaro Kujo, Dio, and Jolene Kujo. The game's visuals meticulously capture the unique, vintage look of the manga, allowing players to feel like they are inside the JoJo universe. The action is fast-paced and exhilarating, with the fighting system enhanced from the original 2013 release, incorporating smoother tempo, hit stops, and new dashes to refine the gameplay. Code Vein is a stylish action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world, blending anime-inspired visuals with dark fantasy elements. The game takes place in a devastated future where players assume the role of a revenant, a powerful yet cursed human with vampire-like abilities who must fight against both monstrous foes and the struggles of their own existence. The story unfolds through your interactions with other revenants and the exploration of the remnants of the old world. Code Vein offers a deep combat system that draws comparisons to Soulsborne series, with a focus on precision and strategy. Players can choose from various blood codes, which define their character's abilities and playstyle, such as tanking, healing, or ranged combat. These codes unlock gifts, skills that enhance combat, provide buffs, or enable devastating abilities. Combat revolves around mastering these abilities, weapons, and the use of blood veils, armor-like attire that boosts stats and enables special attacks. Captain Tsubasa: Rise of New Champions is an action-packed soccer game that blends arcade-style gameplay with anime aesthetics based on the beloved manga series. The game lets players experience the epic journey of Tsubasa Ozora, striving to rise through the ranks of the soccer world, while offering fast-paced, exaggerated football action. With special moves, dramatic cutscenes, and vibrant animations, the game stands out visually. It features two main campaign modes: Episode Tsubasa for beginners, and Episode New Hero, where players can create their own characters and write their journey. The game offers both local and online multiplayer modes, with ranked leagues, and supports up to 4 players locally. Despite a few gameplay frustrations, such as controls and camera issues, it captures the charm of the manga and delivers a fun, dynamic experience for fans and casual players alike. Black Clover: Quartet Knights is a third-person action game set in the magical universe of the Black Clover anime series. It blends traditional team-based combat with magic-based shooting mechanics. The game lets players engage in intense 4v4 online battles. Each player takes on one of 4 roles: fighter, healer, supporter, or ranged, and uses magical spells in strategic ways to outplay opponents. The objective is not only to cast spells effectively, but also to cooperate with teammates to form a balanced squad, which is crucial for success in various game modes. The game features a unique tactical combat system that emphasizes cooperation, strategy, and magic-powered action. The playable characters, drawn from the Black Clover anime, each offer distinct abilities that can be combined for maximum effect. As part of the gameplay, players must carefully select their characters based on the team composition and the strategy for each match. The battles take place across different maps, and the game includes an original story that runs alongside the events of the anime. Whether you're gearing up for a new adventure or revisiting old favorites, Bandai Namco's publisher sale has something for everyone. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming deals, reviews, and all things awesome. See you in the next one.